this viral new TikTok dance or whatever you want to call it, this little trend that's going on, forced Chick-fil-A to fire a whole crew because they all participated.
To them Chick-fil-A employees that got fired for making their TikToks dance on the clock, good. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Because at what point did they think that this was okay? What point? Not only are you dancing erotically, you're dancing erotically at a Chick-fil-A, a brand that you know don't play them type of games. They don't even open up on Sundays, okay? What happened to keeping some things private? This is something that just should have stayed in the camera roll, something for you to laugh at, not something that should have been uploaded to social media for a bunch of clicks and likes. And I don't know who told y'all a job was easy to come by now, but a job ain't easy to come by now, man. These people are not hiring like y'all think they are, okay? Just because the job is posted do not mean you're gonna get it. If I was on that crew and I seen them doing that, I would have been in the back mopping the floor like y'all gotta be some of the dumb, no. I would have been taking out the trash outside, doing something not pertaining to what they were doing. Sometimes you gotta use your brain, man. Sometimes you gotta use your brain. It don't take you 5 seconds to think about what you're doing, man. For real.
I watched the videos of the crew that got fired from Chick-fil-A for doing a dance and posting it. And I'm like, this is not a race problem. This is a booby and a booty problem because, like Chick-fil-A, they run a very tight ship. I mean, they don't play around. They're not even open on Sunday. You're not even supposed to be posting. So if you're going to post, you can't bring out the booby and the booties and not think you might get in a little bit of trouble. And those boobies were out. They were bouncing. Some even put their hands on their own boobies. And the booty, oh yeah, I think he might have been the shift lead. He turned to the camera and did a little shake, shake, twerk, twerk. And I mean, how many rules did you break on that one? So I guarantee that video went right up the chain at HR. And then they heard the song, Bitch, and the choice of music. And yeah, when you got that call and they're like, you're going to be fired. It was kind of like, did you think any different? You think it was going to turn out different?
I don't think they thought at all. I think they simply were following a trend. They were thinking about the views. No other thought went into it. Just that quick, without thinking twice, you can lose everything. You got to be cognitive of the decisions you make. They broke the company policy. You're not even supposed to be recording at all. Come on now. You know Chick-fil-A ain't going.
So the manager from the Chick-fil-A video, the one that got fired with all the workers, yeah, the guy was the owner, the manager. But anyway, according to him, it was a Sunday, they was closed, and he was kind of confused, in my opinion, about why they got fired. And I thought everyone knew this. As long as you wearing the uniform, first of all, you in the building, you wearing the uniform. I thought everyone knew that as long as you're wearing the uniform and you make a video and you posted it, you still kind of representing the company and they could fire you. Now, I am going to try to be a little sensitive when I say this. I am a little disappointed that these didn't look like teenagers. Only one might have passed for a teenager, but these people is old enough where they could have been able to be like, nah, don't post me. I'm not doing it. I'm not risking my job. I'm not playing with these people's job, whatever the case may be. I just felt like y'all didn't know any better. But evidently, y'all don't realize that whether the store was open or not, you're wearing the uniform. You still was at work.
And I'm saying all this just to let y'all know that this is not an actual Chick-fil-A. It's a Chick-fil-A.
All right, done. I'm done. I can't listen to this guy twitch. But here's another problem, and it's not just a black thing. And we'll get to the astronaut because this is an example of a good black man. We'll get to the astronaut in a second. It's the tale of two worlds, man. But here's another thing, man. Young people today are like, I don't know who raising these kids. The entitlement and the lack of pursuit of excellence is crazy to me. I feel like when my daddy and them were young and they used to have to bust tables, and if my dad was working at Chick-fil-A, they would be professional. They would honor the fact that they had a job, and they would want to do a good job and represent very well. These young people are so entitled that they think that you owe them to just show up at a job. Like they need a pat on the back because they showed up at a job and ring up somebody at the cash register without fighting or twerking. What? Like, y'all need to raise your kids better. You raise your kids better. Raise them with standards. Because what is going to happen is that there's a wave of people who are raising their kids right, and they are going to be astronauts and doctors, lawyers. They're going to play sports and turn that sport into some global empire. They're going to be killing it. And your kids are going to be working for somebody, or they're going to be sitting at home because a robot is going to do their job. Raise your children right. That's why I raise my sons right. I try to, right? At least, you know, let me not say that. So you raise your kids right. Make sure when they're growing up that you teach them lessons.
Okay, now we got a couple of ways of looking at this situation. Auntie, on the other hand, she got another way of looking at it. I think I'm kind of feeling her perspective. I'm going to play the video, and then we can discuss everything at the end.
A Chick-fil-A manager, and I think it came out of Florida, terminated his entire staff for participating in a bounce video that they did on and placed it on TikTok. Now, the manager said that he decided to do the video because the sales at that store were low, and after they did and posted the video, the sales started to rise for the store. So it actually worked to increase sales. They started getting more customers in. Now, a lot of people have been saying that they were due. Now, I'm not here to debate whether I think that they people shouldn't be doing stuff like that on any jobs. Yes, but the fact that people know that people utilize things like this for social media. Chick-fil-A has already been participating in things on social media. So the fact that y'all are trying to use the fact that they're closed on Sundays, don't try to use it and make it like they're this upsetting. Because for one, black people are supposed to be, boycotting Chick-fil-A anyway, because they have proven time and time again that they have no issues with taking out and having discriminatory practices against their employees and their patrons. It's several things, from the scholarship things with the young black lady, from the, like I said, customers, how they've been treated, extremely racist employees employed that they did nothing to terminate those people. So you mean to tell me that this has nothing to do with the fact that it was an entire black staff? All of them were black women, except for the black man who seemed to be a gay man. So you're going to tell me that this had been even a white gay man and an entire staff of white women, that they would have fired them? No, they wouldn't. You're not going to tell me that by them being Sunday and them supposed to be connected, that's not them have any type of Christian values because they closed on Sunday. Y'all be more caught up in these traditions as opposed to, are they living by what they embody? The fact that they're allowing racist behaviors and things like that show they're not standing by their Christian projection and their mission statements and things like that. The fact that y'all have been on here talking about how their chicken and meat has changed over the years, letting it be known that they're placing their bottom line and their money above the health of the people that they serve. And you tell me that that's Christian-like, but y'all mean to tell me that it's just black people calling foul because I can recognize that they did this, and this was just an excuse to terminate them. And the people over here may have been even looking for a reason. Again, if it's something that helped to boost sales, it wasn't about them tearing them down or making them look poor. It was about them targeting the people that did it, and you're not going to be able to convince me otherwise.
Right, now that's the same thing I'm saying. Why did the team lead tell them to do this? That's the first question that popped in my head. This is the manager. I understand the employees thinking, this is my manager, I got to listen to him. That's the team lead's job, to lead the team. And he led them to what he thought was a campaign to boost sales. I'm sure they felt like they had to be a part. If somebody would have told them that's a bad idea, that's like challenging the person in the leadership role. Normally you do that, you're fired. That's the manager's job, to tell you what to do. Now, when it comes to breaking company policy, the manager is not supposed to be doing that. First, they should have talked to the manager. Scold the manager. Discipline the manager. They should have been given another chance, I feel like. Because some people might have felt influenced by what the manager said. They felt they had to do it. Also, yeah, it could have been a way to get them up out of there. And just like she said, Chick-fil-A is supposed to be a Christian company, but they can put all of these terrible chemicals in the food, right, to weaken our vessel. Your body is your temple. They're working their hand to destroy the temple. Just saying, let's think about it.